problems at all. De Goey threads the needle, and right on the quarter-time break, the Collingwood fans erupt. And so do the fists. Little fracas breaking out everywhere at the moment. Johnson and Laverde. Kelly's there. Collingwood players running in from everywhere for Frampton. Myercheck and Pendlebury involved. Elliott in there with Heppel. Maynard wants to take a piece as well. He sends the warning. It's a little tense at Anzac Day quarter time. And as you'd expect, Maynard in the middle. The two sides slowly separate. But make no mistake, the Bombers by 10 points.
And he took him on, needs to get rid of it, did out the back just. Florent, lovely little handball to Clark. Clark from 50, open goal square. The first for Sydney on the board early. And into Dacos he goes. His direct opponent today. And a little bit of a scuffle as a result of all that. So they are intent on number one kicking goals, number two putting Nick Dacos off his game. And the teammates at Collingwood looking after him. Straight to Dacos he went, Clark, his direct opponent after he kicked that goal.
That's a huge win early for him.
Prohibited contact to Collingwood.
Free kick there, that little bump in the back from Papley to Dacos just then.
Control it, you got the free kick, okay?
So it's on again here. Little scrap fires. This is all about protecting Nick Dacos. Not going to let it happen is Markov, and to go in there as well. It is a free kick to Collingwood.
Side bottom will take it. Swans realise now they've got to stream forward.
Dacos, well, it's Ryan Clark and every other one of the 17 players that are out there in Collingwood are saying, we're not going to just let him cop it, we're going to give it back.
Well, that was after the goal. Not very often the youngest player on the field attracts this sort of attention. Papley had a go as well. In the meantime, play goes on. Collingwood picks it up, and here's the man of the moment. Little ball over the top. Hoskin Elliott it was. Picked it up, right foot snap. Now they'll get around Nick Dacos. He goes back to Clark and says, cop that. And Clark is being mauled here. De Goey a laugh. Josh Dacos a giggle.
Kick against. Slapped in by Walker. Noble tackled. This could flare up. Hutto. Yeah. You're right about that, Geordie. It's flaring as we speak on half-time. Free kick against Jordan Dawson.
Walk away.
So that is the end of the half. And Adelaide have a 6-point lead. Collingwood, as they did last week when Essendon jumped them, showed.
The first things that went by the wayside right then, but for respect, they went flying. I reckon Ben Keys might have grabbed a hold of them.
I don't reckon he was thinking about the free kick. I just think he was just feeling it, and he ran forward here.
Well, keep an eye on the glasses here. This is they go pretty quickly. Bang, gone.
Ben Keys grabbed him from the back. He never hit a guy with glasses. Is that something you learned as a kid?
Here we go. Game on.
Good collect from Phillips. Heads long, but there's no one home. Murray! Gee, got that late, Callum Coleman-Jones. And they're into him. They're letting him know. He didn't do any damage, but they're just letting him know anyway. He nearly did.
I think there's a little bit of history with Murray and Coleman-Jones, Dwayne.
He's a South Australian, isn't he, Coleman-Jones? Did they know each other going back to SA days? Or?
Well, Murray's from out near Wagga, but I think it's just in the short AFL careers, I think there's a little bit of history.
Okay, Murray spears it inside 50 to Walker.
In the language of English, they're now down by just single figures. And it's on. The tail was between the legs, but now the Bulldogs are baring their teeth. And they want this to keep going. A 5-point St Kilda margin. The Dogs kicked 4.
Collingwood. A number of injuries to star players. And a fair bit of this stuff going on as well. Maynard's in there. Henry's in there. They predicted the Henry stuff might be coming. Myercheck and Tui. Tui on St Patrick's Day. Lots of whistles being blown. Pendlebury, Elliott, jumpers ripped. Hawkins the big body to separate. And they're just a little bit itchy. Look at this man. No jumper left. 2 goals in the first quarter.
JB and BT, it's back to you.
Well, it won't affect him, and he'll move on straight away after that initial touch of the footy. And they come for him now, and I'm sure once the game starts, he'll be right into it. So Rory Lott
might be regretting BT those comments he made as he left.
So the 666 still adhered to there, even despite that. We go back to the middle umpires today. Nick Foote, Lee Fisher, Lee Howson, Craig Flair.
And stick up for your team member, but when you're not quite sure, you know, tempers can flare.
Yep. Now Viney just going up to Maynard and saying, let's go. I'll stand up for my teammate here. And now it's on. This is going to erupt here. Viney and Maynard are going at it. They'll need to be careful.
They'll bounce the ball.
And they are getting on with it here right now. The stretch is still on the ground, so they can't bounce the ball. But it is going to be Maynard and Viney. Good luck when they come together in earnest. Viney flying the flag.
Do you reckon